And I'm recording. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here the first question, as usual, it starts with the PEMDAS rule. PEMDAS rule is operation order. Firstly, we are going to do the operation in parentheses, then we are going to decide what is the answer. Here it's going to be, so this 3 stays same, 6 times 3 minus 4, the first of the parentheses it should be, which is equal to minus 1. 3 minus 4 is equal to minus 1 plus 3 times 4, it's going to be equal to 12. So it's going to be 3 minus 6, because 6 times minus 1 plus 6 times minus 1, it's going to be equal to, here, yes, what about trial exam 2? I was busy this week, so I'm planning to prepare, last week I was busy, I'm planning to prepare the lesson for the next week, okay? Next week, I'm going to send you the codes. There are 2 new students, then I'm going to send you the codes for the trial exam 2. Okay, and 3 minus 6, it's going to be plus 12 here. 3 minus 6 plus 12, it's going to be equal to 3 minus 6, you know, it's equal to minus 3 plus 12, it's going to be equal to 9. So the answer is E, it's going to be. Okay, let me continue with the second question. Here, this is fraction between the subtraction between the fractions. So to denominator, make the denominator same, we are going to crossly write, because they are prime numbers also, 5 and 3. So 5 times 1, 5 times 3, 5 times 3 times 1, it's going to be, you know, from the previous lessons, 3 times 1, it's equal to 3. 3 times 5, it's equal to 15. 5 times 3, it's equal to 15. And 5 times 2, it's equal to 10, it's going to be. So the answer here, 3 minus 10, 3 minus 10 divided by 15, it's going to be, which is equal to minus 7 divided by 15. So the answer is E, going to be. Okay. For the third question, it is classical question with decimals with fraction. I told many times we are going to multiply with the smallest decimal to get rid of smallest decimal coefficient. The coefficient here, I'm going to multiply this one to get rid of the decimal by 100, which means I'm going to multiply the numerator by 100 also. If I'm going to multiply this one by 10, so this one by 10 also. With respect to this one, 0.12 times 100 makes, it's going to be equal to 12 divided by 4 plus 22 times 10, 220 divided by 11, it's going to be 12 divided by 4, it's going to be equal to 3. 220 divided by 11, it's going to be equal to 20. So the answer is 23, it's going to be here. Okay, it's B. Here, the fourth question, it's going to be set question. I told you before, the set questions, they are not going to be here, and it won't be in the exam, because set is optional topic for the 9th grades. And you are not learning, I mean, in every school, they are not teaching sets. That's why we are not going to have. Here, there is intersection. This sign is called intersection sign. Here, this sign is intersection, and it represents the commons. Intersection means the common elements of A and B. So when I write A and B together, which elements are common here? A, B, C, D, C, D, E, H. So C and D is common. So A intersection B is common with C and D letters. Then intersection with C. What is the C, D, and F? Okay, till this part, everything was okay. And Here, C and D, D and F, which is common? D is common, so the answer is going to be equal to D, which is A. Okay. You mean answer A? Yes, it is A. One student asked me that one. Okay, this question, the fifth question, it's going to be related by, we are going to use this two rule here, especially this rule we are going to use here. When you divide the fractions, A over B divided by C over D, the operation that you are going to do, A over B times D over C, which means when you multiply two fractions, A times D, it should be, and B times C. So we are going to use everything here. Firstly, we have to finish inside the parentheses. There are two parentheses, bigger parentheses and square parentheses and parentheses, curve parentheses. So this is going to be firstly 3 and 2. I'm going to finish inner part. Then it's going to be equal to 3 times 1, it's equal to 3 over 6 minus 2 times 1, it's equal to 2 over 3 times 2, it's equal to 6. This is the inner parenthesis times 1 over 4 divided by divided by 5 over 6. But this division here, this division comes up if it is division between two fractions, or integer and fraction also, it can be this number integer and divided by fraction. You should swap the places, D and C. D should be numerator, C should be denominator, and you should multiply. So here 3 over 6 minus 2 over 6, 3 minus 2 over 6, it's going to be times 1 over 4 times 6 over 5, it's going to be. I want to talk about that one. I wanted to mention about that one. This 5 over 6, if it is in division, you should return to multiplication as 6 over 5. Then it's going to be equal to 1 over 6 times 1 over 4 times 6 over 5. I get rid of the parentheses because all the operations, when they are multiplication, there is no need to use the parentheses. And 1 over 6 here, it's going to be equal to 1 times 6 divided by 6 times 4 times 5. You can simplify this 6's here. This 6 and this 6, you can simplify 1 and 1, you will get here. And it's going to be equal to 1 times 1 times 1, which is equal to 21. Pardon, the denominator is 21 times 4 times 5. It's going to be equal to 20. So the answer is C, which is 1 over 20. In the second question here, if there is addition and subtraction, you should multiply A and C. Then with respect to your sign, if it is addition, add. If it is subtraction, subtract. From AC, subtract B subtracted from or added or subtracted from CA. I couldn't pronounce. Here, it's going to be plus and minus. Okay. Here, we are going to do like this. This is going to be 3 times 3, then plus. Here, 3 times 3, then this is minus, it's going to be. So 3 times 3, it's equal to 9 plus 1 over 3 plus 3 times 9 minus 1 over 3, all divided by 6 times 6, 36, 36 plus 1 divided by 6 minus 36 minus 1 divided by 6, it's going to be. So we are going to do here 9 plus 1, 10 over 3, plus 8 over 3, 9 minus 1, it is 8. Here 36 plus 1, 37, 37 over 6, minus 35 over 6, it's going to be, which is equal to 10 plus 8, because the denominator is same, 18 over 6, divided by 2 over 6, it's going to be. Actually, 18 over 6 divided by 2 over 6 is not different than this operation. You can show like this, A over B, all over C over D. Again, it's going to be equal to A over B times D over C. Okay, so with respect to that one, this is 18 over 6 times 6 over 2. It's going to be, we can simplify 6's because this is the numerator part, this is the denominator part now. And if you simplify 6's, here it's going to be equal to 1 and 1. Here 18 and 2, you can simplify, this is going to be equal to 1 and 9. So the answer is going to be equal to 9 over 1, which is equal to 9. I think I made a mistake here. What is the mistake? 16 over 18 over 3 it should be. 18 over 3 it should be, sorry. This is 18 over 3. This is 18 over 3. So if it is 18 over 3, this is going to be here. And this is going to be 3. So this is going to be, yeah, this is going to be 18 over 3, then 18 over 3. And if we simplify this part, let me re-simplify again. 6 and 3, if they simplified, here it's going to be equal to 1, here it's going to be equal to 2. So this part it's going to change also. This is going to be equal to 9 times 2, which is 18. 1 times 1 over 1, which is equal to 18, it's going to be. And the answer is D. Okay. Thank you, Leonida and Luca. Okay, this question, it's going to be about the power of -2. Here, you need to know this one only. -2 square, when you say it's going to be equal to -2 times 2, okay? When you say -2 square, this is equal to -2 times -2. When it is written in parentheses, it means this one, which means the answer of this one, it's going to be equal to -4. This one, it's going to be, since both of them -2 times -2, it's going to be equal to +4. That's the difference here. So the answer of this one, it's going to be equal to -4. This is obvious 2 square, which is equal to 4. And this is going to be also equal to 4. So the signs are here plus. The answer is going to be equal to 4, which is A. Here, we are going to use these rules again here. First, we are going to divide them, or we are going to add them. Let me explain how. Firstly, we are going to replace the x by 4, which means we need root x here. So it's going to be equal to, this is going to be equal to root x, root 4 plus 1 over root 4, all divided by root 4 minus 1 over root 4, which is equal to root 4 times root 4, it's going to be equal to 2. 2 plus 1 over 2 divided by 2 minus 1 over 2, it's going to be, which is equal to, here, the formula A times C. So I'm going to multiply this one, and I'm going to add here, and this one here, times, and then I'm going to subtract. Here, the formula, with respect to formula, 2 times 2 plus 1, which is equal to 5 over 2. 2 times 2, 4, minus 1, it's equal to 3 over 2. So this is division. I talked about the division in the previous question. When you divide two rational number, firstly, you're writing the first one, 5 over 2. You're going to swap the second one, C over D becomes D over C, which is 2 over 3 for this question. Becomes 2 and 2. You will simplify, then the answer is going to be equal to, the answer is going to be equal to 5 over 3. 5 times 1, it's equal to 5. 3 times 1, it's equal to 3, which is C at the same time. Let's continue with the ninth question. For the ninth question, we are going to use this property. A squared minus B squared is equal to A plus B times A minus B, which means x squared minus y squared, x squared minus y squared, it's going to be equal to x minus x plus y times x minus y. Here it is the formula, x squared minus y squared, x plus y, x minus y. Then this is going to be equal to given 20. This is equal to x plus y, nothing. They are asking for this one. And this is equal to 4. So with respect to this one, x plus y, to find the x plus y value, I can send the 4 as division to this side. I mean like this here. And it's going to be equal to 20 divided by 4 is equal to x plus y, which is 20 divided by 4 is 5. 5 is equal to x plus y. So the answer is C. Here, for this question, we are going to use this formula. You didn't learn this one in 9th grade. Generally, in Cambridge system, we are not using this form. Root A times root B is equal to root A times B, vice versa also here. Vice versa means root A times B is equal to root A times root B also it becomes, which means here 44 is equal to root 11 times 4, which is equal to 4 times 11 also you can write 4 times 11, 4 times 11, and then it's going to be equal to 4 times 11 becomes root 4 times root 11, and it's equal to 2 times root 11. 2 times root 11 also written as 2 root 11. You need to know that one. Okay, root 99, then it becomes root 9 times 11, which is equal to root 9 times root 11. That's equal to 3 root 11 because root 9 is 3. 3 root 11, then it's equal to 3 times root 11. I'm sorry, 3 root 11. It's going to be, the last one is 11. So here, all of them, they can be written in terms of root 11, which is root 44 plus root 99 divided by root 11. It's going to be root 44. I found 2 root 11 plus root 99. I found it is 3 root 11 divided by root 11. Now, this is 2 root 11, 3 root 11. It's going to be like 2x plus 3x, which is equal to 5x. And I told you here, this is at the same time in times form. So you can simplify this two. So this one and this one, if you simplify, this is going to be 1. This is going to be 1. So 5 times 1 over 5, 5 times 1, 5 over 1, which is equal to 5. It's going to be. So this is the answer of the question. Okay, this was the 10th question. Here in this question, again, we are going to use the form a squared minus b squared, but we are not going to factorize. Actually, this question here, as you see, 1 minus x and 1 plus x, I know that 1 minus x times, or let me 1 minus x times 1 plus x, it's going to be equal to 1 square minus x squared, which is equal to 1 minus x squared. I know this one. So to make the denominator same, because these are fractional operations, and I have to make the denominator same. And if I have to make the denominator same, 1 minus x squared is the common multiple. So these are also conjugate to each other, which means I'm going to multiply this one by 1 plus x, this one by 1 minus x. This is going to be same, because 1 minus x squared is our aim. So this is going to be 3 times 1 plus x divided by 1 minus x times 1 plus x. Okay. The second one is 2 times plus 2 times 1 minus x divided by 1 minus x times 1 plus x again. Plus, here we are going to have 4x over 1 minus x squared. If we continue like this, 3 times x plus 3 times 1, it's going to be 1 by 1. You have to multiply, and also here and here. But you need to know this one only here. 1 plus x times 1 minus x. I found here 1 minus x squared. This is equal to 1 minus x squared. This is also equal to 1 minus x squared. You need to remember that one. So with respect to that one, 3 plus 3x, I'm sorry, divided by 1 minus x squared plus 2 minus 2x divided by 1 minus x squared, and then plus here what we have, 4x divided by 1 minus x squared. So all the denominators are same. We can write on all under the same denominator. I'm going to continue from here. This is going to be 3 plus 3x plus 2 minus 2x plus 4x all over 1 minus x squared, because all the denominators, they are same now. 1 minus x squared, which is equal to 3 plus 2, 5. It's going to be 3x minus 2x. It's equal to x plus 4x. It's going to be equal to 5x divided by 1 minus x squared. When I check the answers, none of them like that, because all the answers are 1 plus x, 1 minus x here. But here I have 1 minus x squared. So I think I'm going to simplify 1 minus x squared again. And I know that 1 minus x squared, when it is factorized, it's going to be 1 minus x times 1 plus x, which is equal to 1 minus x times 1 plus x. Here, I made that one. At the same time, I recognize 5 is the common number here. When I get 5 parentheses here, 1 plus x, it's going to be 1 plus x, it's going to be here. So when we have 1 plus x here, it's going to, when we simplify them, this one and this one, 1 plus x, the answer is going to be equal to, 5 over 1 minus x. Of course, when you simplify these, you are going to leave 1 here. 5 times 1, 1 minus x times 1 is the answer going to be. Here, this is extra. I wrote. Here, in this question, actually, we don't have to do anything. It is PEMDAS rule. I mean, we don't have to do, we have to solve. But there's not something extra. Only we are going to solve them in operation order. Firstly, I'm going to write them. It's going to be equal to a plus b minus big parenthesis. Now, b plus c, it is written in parentheses, and there is minus in front of the parenthesis. If I distribute this b in minus sign inside, it's going to be equal to minus b and then minus c. Then here I'm going to distribute this plus 2 inside, which is equal to plus 2a plus 2 times minus c, it's equal to minus 2c. And this 2 also I'm going to distribute. It's going to be equal to plus 2b. And plus 2b times minus a, it's equal to minus 2a. It's going to be. So I found something to cancel here, which is 2a and minus 2a. So I can cancel them. I left here a plus b in minus parentheses. Now I can write some, like small parenthesis, this one. Minus b plus 2b minus c minus 2c. Minus b plus 2b, it's going to be equal to minus b plus 2b, it's equal to minus b. Pardon, plus b, I'm sorry. Minus b plus 2b, it's going to be equal to plus b. And minus c minus 2c, it's going to be equal to minus 3c. We are going to close the parenthesis. Here, in front of the parenthesis, we have again minus sign. So it's going to be equal to a plus b, and I'm going to distribute this minus sign inside, like minus times plus b, it's equal to minus b. Minus times minus 3c, it's equal to plus 3c, it's going to be. Here again, I have something to cancel, b and minus b. Then it's going to be equal to a plus 3c, which is at the same time 3c plus a. This is the answer of the question. Okay, this is function question. In function, we are replacing the values here by the given values. In this question, it is given 2. So if you write here 2, so you should have to write here 2 also, which means f2 is equal to 1 minus 2 it's going to be f2 is equal to 1 minus 2, which is equal to 1 minus 2 is equal to minus 1. So the answer is D. Here, this question from the Thursday I have solved. So I left like that. Then there are two numbers here. I'm going to read from the Turkish, I'm going to translate in English. There are two numbers and the difference of them 34. So bigger number and smaller number. There is smaller number, bigger number and smaller number. When we subtract bigger number from smaller number, the difference is 34. So if I name like x and y, the difference is 64, which means x minus y is equal to 34. I'm sorry, not 64. The second one, if big number divided by the small number, the division result is 5. It's called divisor or quotient, and the remainder is 6, which means big number divided by the smaller one, the division result is 5, and the remainder it's going to be equal to 6. Here, it means that from this one we can get the division algorithm like this: x is equal to 5 times y plus 6. This is called division algorithm. 5 times y plus 6, it should be equal to x. And if I knew that one, x minus y, I know that is equal to the difference of them is 34. So I'm going to get that 5 since x minus y is equal to 34, and I found that x is equal to 5y plus 6 minus y is equal to 34. It's going to be, so 4y is equal to 34 minus 6. 4y is equal to 28. Y is equal to 28 over 4, which is equal to 7 going to be. So if y is equal to 7, it means that x is equal to 5y plus 6. Actually, the answer is directly the smaller number. Here, firstly, the smaller numbers are written. The smaller number is only 7 here, this one, 41. So this is the answer it's going to be. But I want to show also here that's 41. X is equal to 5 times 7 plus 1, plus 6. X is equal to 35. 35 plus 6. X is equal to 41. It's going to be. And the division algorithm 41 divided by 5, it's equal to, divided by 7. You're going to see here what I mean. It's equal to 5 times 7, 35. It's going to be, the result, it's going to be 6. As you see, it fits also here. What I did here, it's similar with this one. Okay, let's continue with this question. Here in this question, there's a big parenthesis. Inside the parenthesis, we are going to solve. Then we are going to make the powers equal. With respect to that one, we are going to find the answer of the question. And here, we need to know this one. A to the power of n is equal to a to the power of m. If it is equal to each other, then n is equal to m, which means 2 squared is equal to 4. 5 divided by minus 5, it's equal to minus 5, plus 10 to the power of n plus 1 is equal to 9 to the power of 2. 4 minus 5 is equal to minus 1. Minus 1 plus 10 is equal to 9. 9 to the power of n plus 1 is equal to 9 to the power of 2. So n plus 1 is equal to 2. It's going to be, which means n is equal to 2 minus 1. N is equal to 1. It's going to be. So the value of n here, E. Okay. In this question, we don't have to, it is not complex solution, question. Let me tell you, it's very simple. Only you need to know here this one. 1 over 2x is equal to 1 over 2 times x. And when you multiply integer by fraction, it's going to be equal to 1 times x over 2, which is equal to x over 2. So it's important you to know this one, x over 2. If it's equal to x over 2, it means that this equation, if I rewrite 1 over 2x, it's going to be x over 2 minus 1 is equal to 2 minus x over 2. So the unknown terms to one side, known terms to the other side, I'm going to send minus x over 2 to the other side, minus 1 to this side, which becomes x over 2 plus x over 2 is equal to 2 plus 1. X over 2 plus x over 2, it's equal to x plus x over 2. It's going to be equal to 3. X plus x, 2x over 2 is equal to 3. And when you simplify these two, x is equal to 3 going to be, and the answer is 3. Here in this question, we are going to find the angle when the clock shows us 10 o'clock. What is the angle between them? Firstly, you need to know that there are 360 degrees when you make full rotation, 360 degrees. So this is totally 360 degrees. And since we have 12 hours, each hour can be found like 360 divided by 12, which is equal to 30 degrees. 30 degrees is between each hour. So here the angle between these two, 10 and 11, is 30 degrees. 11 and 12 is 30 degrees, which means this is 2 times alpha is equal to 2 times 30 degrees. It's going to be, because 2 hours between them, which is equal to 2 times 30, 60. It's going to be, here the answer is D. Here I'm going to solve this question with inequality. Only I wanted to show that this sign is infinity here. The infinity sign we are using for the, if there's no boundary, we are using the infinity name for that one, you know, from maybe English. And here one side it's going to be infinity in this question. And here firstly we should make the denominator same. To make the denominator same, I'm going to multiply this one by 3. Then it's going to be equal to 3 times 2x plus 2 divided by 3 times 2, which is equal to 6, minus 3 divided by 6 less than 2x minus 1. This is the first part now. If we continue to this one here, 3 times 2x is equal to 6x plus 6 divided by 6 minus 3 over 6 less or equal to 2x minus 1 divided by 6. It's going to be then 6x plus 6 minus 3 divided by 6 less or equal to 2x minus 1 going to be divided by 6. Since this is linear inequality, you can simplify the denominators like this if they are same to each other. So 6 plus 6 minus 3, which is equal to 6x, 6 minus 3, it's going to be equal to 3, less or equal to 2x minus 1. Here, like in equation we are doing, you can send the 2x to this side, minus 3 to this side, it becomes minus 3. So 6x minus 2x less or equal to minus 1 minus 3, it's going to be 4x is less than minus 4, x is less than minus 4 over 4, x is less than minus 1, it's going to be. If I draw the real number line here, and the center, if it's equal to 0, which is here, it is equal to 0. This point, it is showing the minus 1. Here is the point, which is minus 1. And if I draw the line here, it should be something like this. From -1 to minus infinity side, it's going to go. So here, this is going to be like this point, it's going to start, and this is going to be open. And from -1 till minus infinity, it's going to be. And I told you, remember, this side represents the plus infinity. Okay, this is plus infinity side, this is minus infinity side, and this is the red one here. This shows us the solution. So the answer is going to be between minus infinity and -1. Which one is minus infinity and -1? Here, this one. So this is the answer of the question. It's going to be. Okay, in this question, we are going to use the properties of square and properties of here it says, and they are equilateral triangle. It's going to be in equilateral triangle. You need to know this one only. In equilateral triangle, all the angles are equal to each other, which means if this is equilateral triangle, all the angles are here 60, 60, and 60. It's going to be. This is 60 degree, and this is 60 degree, and this is 60 degree. It's going to be, which means here this angle is 60 degree, this angle is also 60, and here this angle it's going to be 60. And it says that EFD and BAE triangles are equilateral triangle. Here also this is going to be equal to 60 degree. And here, if this figure BECD is square, then this angle is going to be 90 degree. Since this angle is 90 degree, this angle also here, it's going to be 90 degree, but since this angle is 60, this angle it's going to be equal to 30 degree. This angle is 30 degree because 60 is here and 30 is going to be here. So this angle, it should be equal to 30 degree. Now, again, I'm going to change the color. This whole angle, it becomes, actually, if I draw like this, it would be better. This whole angle becomes here 90 degree at the same time. So this is the first part of our question. It is asking if AB length is 1, then what is the length of the AF? Here we are going to use, in the second part, we are going to use the Pythagorean theorem. But before Pythagorean theorem, I have to mention this one. Here, all the angles are, if I use different color for this one, let me use here this color. These sides, they are equal to each other. These are they're equal to each other because they're equilateral triangle sides. Here, these are equal to each other because this is square. They're all equal to each other, and they're equal to each other. This side and these sides, they're all equal to each other, which means AE is equal to FE. They're all equal to 1. Here, this is 1, this is 1, this is 1. It's going to be. If you know this angle is 90 degree, then by using the Pythagorean theorem, you're going to get this result. 1 square plus 1 square plus 1 square is equal to AF square. It's going to be equal to 1 plus 1. It's equal to 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 is equal to AF square. And 2 is equal to AF square. To get rid of the square here, you should get the root of both sides, AF square root. So 2 is equal to AF, it's going to be. And here the answer is root 2, which is B. The 20th question, it is related with the previous question, but this is in circle now. In circle, this angle is called circumscribed angle. This is inscribed angle, inscribed angle, inscribed angle, and this is called central angle. This angle is called central angle. And here inscribed angle always half of the central angle when they see the same arc. When they cover the same arc here, as you see, AB is the arc, and the measurement, it should be like that. There is a proof for this one. If we have time sometime, one day, I will show you what is the proof here. So with respect to that one, if it is double of this angle, which means this is 2 times 45, which is equal to 90 degree. So this angle, this triangle here, it's going to be 90 degree. Here. Okay. This triangle, it's going to be 90 degree, O, B, C. The second part here that we are going to use here, the BO length it is asking, since this is root 4 root 2, pardon, 4 root 2, this side and this side, they are equal to each other. Why they are equal to each other? Because this is the center of the circle. From the center of the circle, if you draw a line to the end of the circle, circumference, here this is going to be radius, and this is also radius, so this is also R. This becomes equilateral triangle. In this is isosceles right triangle. In isosceles right triangle, the formula is going to be r square plus r square. I'm applying the Pythagorean theorem. It's going to be equal to 4 root 2 square. Here, r square plus r square, it's going to be equal to 2r square. And 4 root 2, it's going to be equal to 4 square times root 2 square. You can apply the both power inside here, which is equal to 2r square is equal to 16 times root 2 and square. If you get, it's going to be equal to times 2. So you can simplify the 2 from the both sides. R square is equal to, R square becomes, it's equal to 16, and R is equal to 16, R is equal to 4. You know, we should get the root of both sides, and R is equal to 4. I know that the BO length is equal to 4, not minus 4, because it represents the distance. When you get the square root, you know, you should think about plus and minus sign, but here both plus because it represents the distance. Here we have two triangles, and these triangles are similar triangles. I want to take the photo of this part here, and I want to rotate that one to this page here. And when I rotate, you are going to see clearly because of the, when I rotate like this, you can see clearly. Here, this one, what I get, since these two lines are parallel, I know from the Z rule, these angles also, they are going to be equal to each other. So if I name this one is alpha, this is also alpha, it's going to be. By using the same rule, if I name this one is beta, this is also beta, it's going to be. And if I name this one is gamma, this is the vertical angle, so this is going to be also gamma. So in this question, we are going to get this one. ABE triangle is similar to, since the angles are alpha, beta, and gamma, on the other side also it's going to be alpha, beta, and gamma. I'm going to follow this order. So which angle is alpha? D. So this is going to be D here. Which angle is beta in the small triangle? C. So C, then E is the vertical angle. It's common for both of them. So if it is like that, by using this formula here, the first two divided by first two, AB divided by DC. This implies that AB divided by DC should be equal to AE divided by DE should be equal to BE divided by CE. Okay, if these triangles are similar triangles, then I know the length of AB, which is equal to 9, divided by DC, which is 7, is equal to 9 over, pardon, that's not 9. Why I wrote 9? It's 14 normally. 14. 14 divided by 7, it's going to be AE length is X, we don't know what it is, and ED is equal to 5. Here we are using the cross multiplication, which is for 7 times X, it's going to be equal to 14 times 5. This is called cross multiplication in ratios. 7 times X is equal to 7X, 14 times 5. X is equal to 14 times 5 divided by 7 can be written to do easy operation, because in the exam it is not allowed to use calculator. So as if it is possible, you should use this division methods here, which is here, if I simplify 14 and 7, this is going to be equal to 2, and this is going to be 1. 2 times 5, it's equal to 10. 10 divided by 1, which is equal to X is equal to 10 going to be. Okay, so if X is equal to 10, here the answer is 10 is going to be. Okay, here this question, I didn't write the formula for this question, but this question, it's going to be like this here. Let me show you this here. And here, if I do like this, okay, let's do like this. If the angles here, this angle A and this angle is B, then this angle, exterior angle, it should be equal to A plus B. Okay, so if it is like that, this angle, it should be equal to 27 plus 32. 27 plus 32 makes this angle. There is another thing here I didn't mention. In this question, it says that AB is equal to AC, which means these two, they are equal to each other. So it makes that this triangle is isosceles triangle. And in isosceles triangles here, I'm going to make isosceles triangle here. In isosceles triangles, here, the base angles, they are equal to each other. So this is, if this is A, this is also A, it's going to be, because these two sides, they are equal to each other, which means this is also, this angle is also 27 plus 32, 27 plus 32, which is equal to 27 plus 32. What it makes? That's 59, it's going to be. So here, this is also 59. So the last angle is, the third angle is X in ABC. In ABC, X plus 59 plus 59, that makes 180 degree. So X is equal to 180 minus 2 times 59, which is equal to 120 minus 2, which is 118. So X is going to be equal to 180 minus 18, it's 118. It's going to be equal to 62, which the answer is C going to be. Okay, and this is the this is not the last exercise. Here, this is one square, and it's asking to find the shaded region, but it says that DE is equal to EC. It means that this length is equal to this one, and at the same time, EH is equal to HC. So it means that this is 2. Pardon, this is 1. HC is equal to 1. Then EC is equal to 2. So this is also equal to 2. So total side is equal to 4. And this side also is equal to 4. Why this side is important for us? Because this side refers to us H. and this side is the base side and base. The area of the triangle, this is triangle, and it is base times height over 2, which is base is 1, height is 4 over 2, which is 4 over 2. That's going to be 2. So the answer is 2 going to be. Here we have ratio question, ratio proportion question. In a car with 17.5 liter fuel, you can go 150 kilometer. If the same car gets 70 liter, how much kilometer you can go? Here it's like 17.5. 17.5 with liter. If you can go 150 kilometer, you can find this one with 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer, 1 liter, pardon, by 1 liter, how much kilometer you can go? By 1 liter, by 1 liter, this is liter, by 1 liter, how much kilometer you can go? So this gives you 150 divided by 17.5 liter. So kilometer liter. Now it's asking 100 by 70 liter. So it means that if you multiply by 70 also, 70 liter, how much kilometer it's going to be? It's going to be 70 times 150 divided by 17.5 liter it's going to be. And here I know that one. If I here, if this is fraction, I mean, if this is decimal, this is going to be equal to 70 times 1500 divided by 175. It should be, that's easy to do calculation, and the answer is going to be equal to here 175 and 1500. It's divisible by 25. If you divide by 25, this is going to be 60 here. This is going to be 60, and 175 divided by 25, it's going to be equal to 7. So the answer is 70 times 60 divided by 7, which is 7 and 7. If you simplify, this is going to be equal to 1 and 1, not 7 and 7. This is going to be 10. This is going to be 1. And the answer is going to be 600 kilometers. Okay, this is the last question now, and we are going to finish in time, I think. Here, we are going to only distribute the things. Here, in this question, I'm going to use distribution rule. Instead of x, they have written p. So we are going to solve the question with p unknown. Here we are going to do the same thing. Then we are going to find the value of p. So if it is like that, 10 times p, it's equal to 10p plus 10 times 10, it makes 100. Minus 11 is equal to 4 minus 5 times 2p, it's equal to 10p again. And 5 times minus 5 times 11, it makes minus 55. Okay, this side, it is 10p plus 89 is going to be here minus 10p minus 51. It's going to be on this side. 4 minus 55, it's equal to minus 51. Okay, 10p to this side, minus 89 to this side. 10p plus 10p is going to be equal to minus 51 minus 89, which is 20p is equal to minus 140. P is equal to minus 140 divided by 20. P it's going to be equal to minus 70, minus not 70, minus 7, which is equal to B choice. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, for today, it's the end of the lesson. Next Wednesday, we are going to have the last lesson about the entrance exam. Next week, we have entrance exam. We have now in April 10, we have entrance exam. So next week, I'm going to prepare the entrance exam trial again one more time. You can try yourself with that one, and I'm going to send you the links and codes again, like I did. If there are some students, they are new, and there are, as I remember, 2 new students. I have their emails also. They send me their emails. I'm going to send them extra the code again. And if there is a question, you can text me via my email, or if you have my number, you can text me via my number, and we will be in touch. See you then.